Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your hosts. Thanks for joining us. Trent, it's a great show today. We talked a lot about real estate. We talked about a listing earlier that's a phenomenal home. It's on Old Post Road out in Weddington, right behind the back entrance of Longview Country Club. You can buy that house, join Longview, drive right in the back gate, and be at the golf course in, I think, like 7 minutes. I timed it the other day. You can call us today at Roby Realty at 704-248-3551. Find out more about that house. We'll give you a personal tour. You can have your own little retreat out there in Weddington on 1.2 acres. So it's a great listing. Trent, another listing that's a great piece of property we have on the market right now. It's on Tuffy Lane. If you're not familiar with Tuffy Lane, it's right on. I'm looking at a picture right now online. It is right on Lake Wiley. Beautiful piece of land and a beautiful view. It is.
It's in west of the airport, which I think several prominent high-end real estate developers over the last 5 decades in Charlotte have spoken that this is kind of the last untouched market that's close to the city and has pure land. That's out near where we built the new Tanger outlets. 485 has opened up this whole corridor, and there's lake properties on the Mecklenburg County side that, I mean, you can get into Charlotte West Boulevard, get into Charlotte 485, and it's really like a 10-minute ride to uptown Charlotte. You can go 74. And it's a corridor we're really strong on. Actually, I'll go ahead and tell you I'm a little biased. I grew up, born and raised, and then bought my house that I've owned for 15 years and raising my family in on this side of town. And it's a hidden gem. People used to ask me, our clients in Myers Park used to say, "Where do you live?" And I'd say Belmont. I really lived in Mecklenburg County, but I lived on the river or the lake. And I would say Belmont, and they'd say, "Well, how do you work in Charlotte every day?" And I'd say, "Well, it took me 17 minutes to get to your house on Queens Road West this morning at any time." And they're like, "What?" And then in about 0506, 485 opened, and since then I've been telling the same folks, "Where do you live?" And I say Belmont, and they say, "Oh my gosh, that area is going to do so well when the economy picks up." It's a mini Davidson. I think I've said that on here before, but it's a mini Davidson, half the distance to Charlotte. And we like Lake Norman, but it's had its run, and it's a further distance away. They're trying to think
this area is. I went out there the other day. I showed this lot to somebody. It's 1.4 acres. It's right on the water, a couple hundred feet, I think, of water frontage, and you got this great view. And I was surprised. I've been out there before, but I shouldn't say I was surprised. I kind of knew it. But when we got there, my client was a little surprised at how quick we got there. So you make a great point. You can have a house there and be downtown in 20
Well, you can have a house there and work in Charlotte, or you can have a lake retreat for your family where you park your boat, have a nice dockable lot, has a beach on the lot. It's an acre and a half, a little less, and 25 minutes away, you go to the lake for the weekend. Yeah,
and I think people have gotten, it used to be, that's what Lake Wiley and Lake Norman were years ago, and people have gotten away from that. They think I got to go to Lake James. I'm going to go up to down to Lake Kiowee or something if I want a lake house, but you got to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours. Why not have one 20 minutes away? You just get away on a Friday afternoon and you're there.
And it leads into, I mean, the Roby family and the Roby construction business and Andrew Roby custom residential side, the signature home side. We are betting big time on Lake Wiley and the Belmont area, and for that, we're partners. We are a preferred custom builder on the lake lots in a new community called McLean that's starting to get going. It's on part of the old, or it adjoins, I don't know if it's actually technically part of the old Botanical Gardens land, but it adjoins the Botanical Gardens. And in my opinion, between all of our lakes, Mountain Island, Norman, Wiley, it is the best land, untouched, flattest, cleared long years ago before they started putting restrictions in, where you can get acre lots that, I mean, basically looks like Cape Cod. And it's, once again, less than 30 minutes to uptown Charlotte.
Yeah. You and I went out there and looked at that property when they made that announcement about Andrew Roby's Signature Homes being involved with McLean, and I was blown away. I mean, you're right. Some of these lake lots you go see, you got trees, there are restrictions. Crescent's put some things on it, and rightly so. They want to maintain kind of what the lake is all about. But But you don't have that water view. These lots, some of them on that peninsula, you walk right out. You don't even step down. You just walk right out into the water.
That's it. You're like 4 feet off the water, and it's downriver, so this area never floods.
Yep.
The water never dissipates in heavy rains before it gets to this location. And then you have, within 5 or 10 minutes, you have downtown Belmont, which is awesome. I mean, if you want to go on date night with your wife, go check out downtown Belmont. If you can't tell, I'm a fan. I do a lot of my living, a lot of my family living is in downtown Belmont. We like to eat there. There's great restaurants. You got String Bean Cafe. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So if you're out there, you're thinking about, wow, I do want to have that lake house, whether it's the lot we have on Tuffy Lane, whether it's McLean, give us a call today, 704-248-3551. That's the number for Roby Realty. We'll have a conversation with you. We'll tell you about what's going on in these markets. Get them some more information right on Trent about McLean, really, because there's a whole information packet we can give them about what's going on over there as well.
Right. If you can't tell, we're hot on the Charlotte real estate market. We're excited. I think it's going to be a fun couple years, and we want to help people enjoy the ride and educate people. We're studying what we need to study to help you guys.
Absolutely. So as we're studying, you can study as well. Go to robyhome.com. That's ROBY home.com. That's the real estate page, Roby Realty. It's out there. We're ready to help. Just give us a call, 704-248-3551. Trent, it was another great Sunday, my friend.
I'm glad the market's hot because I've been freezing in the studio with you, Ash. Ash got it set on like 62 degrees. I've been biting my tongue all day. But I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend and a great Sunday.
All right, and next weekend, TJ's going to bring in a WBT jacket. We'll have
all right
on the back of the chair for everybody. So.
I am a cold-natured fella.
All right, for Trent Haston and the entire Roby family of companies, I'm Ashley Davis. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next Sunday at 9 a.m. We hope you will be as well for the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. And remember, you're always at home with Roby.